The Haitian Revolution stands as a beacon of resilience and courage, a moment when enslaved people turned the tides of history. Beyond the battles for freedom, it was a profound reclamation of identity, drawing strength from African heritage and traditions. But have you ever wondered how the spirit of Africa empowers this groundbreaking fight for liberation? Join me as we break down the Haitian Revolution story, the fight for freedom born from Africa. By the late 18th century, Haiti, then known as Saint-Domingue, was a jewel of French colonial empire, a land rich in sugar, coffee, and indigo. It was the most profitable colony in the world, built on the back of nearly 500,000 enslaved Africans who made up of 90% of the population. These enslaved people were forcibly brought from West and Central Africa, including regions like present-day Nigeria, Benin, Congo, and Angola. But here is the thing, the Africans who arrived in Saint-Domingue did not leave their culture, beliefs, and spirits behind. They brought with them their languages, their music, and most importantly, their resilience. Among the enslaved were warriors, priests, and leaders who had fought against the enslavement back in Africa. This African heritage was the heartbeat of the revolution. At the core of the revolution was Vodou, a spiritual practice rooted in West African religion, blending the belief of the Yoruba, Fon, and Congo peoples. It wasn't just a religion, it was a form of resistance, a way to maintain a connection to their African identity. On August 14, 1791, a Vodou ceremony took place in Bois Caïman, led by the priest Duty Bookman and the Mambo priestess Cecile Fatima. This ceremony, where enslaved Africans invoked the spirit of Isilidanto and swore to fight for their freedom, is considered the spiritual spark of the revolution. Bookman's rallying cry was clear: "The God who created the sun that gives us light commands us to seek liberty." The uprising began just days later, on August 21, 1791, when enslaved Africans across the colony rose up against their French oppressors. They bombed plantations, destroyed crops, and freed their fellow enslaved people. What set the Haitian Revolution apart was its leader, Toussaint Louverture, a former enslaved man of African descent, who became a military genius. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who was born in Africa and carries the scars of his enslavement, and Henri Christophe, a former slave who would later become the king of Haiti. These leaders drew from African military strategies, utilizing guerrilla warfare and knowledge of the land to outmaneuver the well-armed French forces. Toussaint Louverture was often called the Black Napoleon, but his strategies were not borrowed from Europe. They were rooted in African tactics. On through generations of resistance against slavers, he united the rebels, including the Maroons, who were escaped slaves who lived in the mountains, using African hunting and fighting techniques. Louverture famously declared, "I was born a slave, but nature gave me the soul of a free man." The influence of African heritage wasn't just in the battlefield tactics, it was in the spirit of the unity and the vision for a new, free society. In 1804, after years of brutal warfare, Jean-Jacques Dessalines declared Haiti's independence, making it the first and only nation in history to be founded by former enslaved people. He named the country Haiti after the indigenous Taino name Haiti, meaning lands of mountains, symbolizing a new beginning. The victory of the Haitian Revolution was a direct result of African resilience and traditions. The spirit of the African ancestors who had fought against enslavement in their homeland lived on in the hearts of the revolutionaries. The revolution not only ended slavery in Haiti, but sent shockwaves across the world, inspiring enslaved people throughout the Americas and terrifying colonial powers. But Haiti paid a heavy price for its freedom. The French demanded reparation, forcing Haiti into a debt that crippled its economy for over a century. The legacy of the revolution is complex, but one thing is clear: it was African heritage and the unbreakable spirit of its people that made the Haitian Revolution possible. The Haitian Revolution is a powerful reminder that African influences stretches far beyond its shores, shaping the course of history across the globe. To learn more about these incredible stories, make sure to follow, like, comment, and share. Let's honor the legacy of our ancestors.